I got the Davey Hazard car, and I built it.
Yeah.
Wait, where did I put mine at? Hang on.
I drove off
That's not my
with it.
TV set. Oh, here it is.
I love everyone's getting the Davey Hazard.
I got the Davey
diecast.
Hazard car. I'm very proud of this. I've
You
never
guys could have a Davey Hazard field.
Here, kiss. Let's make our cars kiss. Here we go. Mwah.
I really dislike how, like, I didn't want to be included, but I think it was
Yeah.
weird, and I kind of wanted to be included, but I didn't want to be.
The
This
pistons
set-
go up and down.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The pistons go up and down on the motor. You can turn the wheels with this little gear back here. I've never built one of these Lego Technic sets.
I have some of it. Basically, I had this like big Technic set I got as a kid where it was like a little tow truck that had like working suspension and actually had like an engine block with pistons and everything that went up and down. And I still have like the chassis of it, but I built it into something else. I don't know where it is right now though.
I wish
Technic sets are cool.
Yeah.
I would think about getting the McLaren one, but I think it's like $200. So
Yeah.
that's kind of
I want that old Porsche one.
Dude, I've been so
That's the
close to
next one I
buying
want.
the original Mustang one so
Yeah.
many times.
yeah.
And I was like, it's $160, but I could afford that.
I
But
saw
for-
that old Porsche. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you were more on topic than I was.
I saw that older Porsche one at Target a few months back, and I was like, And then
It's
so
tempting.
like that weekend, I did like some extra thing for work, and the customer gave me like a couple $100 in cash, and I was like, oh. So I got back home, and the next day I went to Target, fully prepared to pay for it in cash. Wasn't there.
Ugh.
So such a bummer. I don't want to buy it online. I feel like that's lame. I want to
This-
get it at the store. That's cool.
This is I think these are $50.
Yeah, $50.
That's a pretty good deal, honestly.
Mm.
It's a pretty cool little set. So, if you like NASCAR and you like Legos, would recommend.
This podcast sponsored by Lego.
Yeah.
I wish.
God, I wish.
That'd be
That'd
pretty
be
cool.
dope, actually.
I have spent way too much money on that company. In
I
case
would
you can't tell by the top shelf being entirely Speed Champion sets, and that's not even all of them.
I would build a green screen out of Lego behind me.
That would be so cool.
It's a good idea.
That would work.
We need to find
got
out who the Lego people on YouTube are and tell them to do that.
This one.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would work.
That's a good idea.
That's such a. See, we're
This
using
one.
the product. Matt is just going through the like.
Holy
This
crap,
one.
dude!
Does it end?
Most of them are up on my shelf over there.
If I
Right.
didn't have a diecast collecting problem, I'd ask you if you had a Lego problem.
I got this cool set too. It's like a rocket truck.
Yeah,
the special 40th anniversary train engine set. So this is genuinely only a fraction of the Lego sets I have.
I can tell.
So.
Matthew was left to play by himself a lot as a child.
A little bit.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, all the kids I know, including myself, had to play alone a lot. Everyone had Legos.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool, man.
Good thing all of those sets are from like the last 2 years.
I really like those. I like those architecture sets.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
I have the Eiffel Tower out in my living room. I need to actually build it, but I have it.
I have a very large set out in my dining room. Actually, I have the box right over here because I haven't thrown it away yet. It's if you've ever played. Oh god, I just shook everything. The game Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like the tall neck from it, and it's on display out in my dining room right now.
Oh,
So
that's kind of dope.
it's literally like this tall. It's insanely big.
I like
Sick.
the Lego, like the plants too. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those are kind of dope. All right, let's
Anyway,
stop
yeah,
promoting
this-
a company that doesn't care about us.
This is a Lego podcast now.
Yeah, we do that
I
a
bet
lot,
there's
though.
a Lego podcast. I
Yeah.
bet there's one.
Oh, there's got to be.
Oh,
Wow.
absolutely.
Huh. Maybe we could corner the market.
We tried. We failed.
Matthew talks about Bionicle lore for 20 minutes. That's the episode.
It's a hit.
Yeah. I don't know how to transition from this back to back to NASCAR.
Technically, we can't advertise anything because Davey's got a little
Huh?
glug
What are you talking
glug.
about? Yeah, juice. Juice.
Technically, it would be illegal for us to be advertising anything right now.
Yeah.
What are we advertising anything?
No, we're not. So that's
Oh,
why
hell
it's
yeah.
okay.
I had a long day. Give me a break.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No one was I liked how you flipped your mic down there, even though you got your mic in your hand. I appreciated that. That was real. That was one of Davey's relatable moments on the podcast. If y'all heard half the crazy stuff I say when we're just sitting there in a voice chat, but my mic wasn't like this. Oof. You think I'm even crazier than you already do. Anyways, this is Fake Racers Podcast, week of May the 22nd, post All-Star Race, pre Indy 500.
Indy 500!
So let's just get into it, because Kyle Larson, he just got into it and just put a old-fashioned butt kicking on the field. Ooh.
Ass whooping! That's not a cuss word.
They used strategy to perfection there, right? They came down pit lane when we got that only caution of the night. Thanks, Ricky Stenhouse and Eric Jones. And they were able to just dominate the race. They got out front, and last 100 laps, they led them all except for one, I think.
So, I guess before we get into the nitty-gritty details, what did you guys think of the race? Overall.
It's all right. I've seen worse All-Star races, so.
Right. Joe?
Yeah.
I thought the racing was good. I thought the race was pretty fine. Like, it's weird what NASCAR fans will consider acceptable racing or good racing. And this is a question we ask ourselves a lot on this show. Like, what is good racing? What does that look like? And the answer is always, it's different for everyone. I've watched a lot of races with newer NASCAR fans, and I have yet to have had anyone complain about the racing. Generally, people have enjoyed it. People have enjoyed watching it. And it makes me really think about how the sport's presented and what are TV broadcasters missing? Because I feel like when I show my friends the sport and I'm showing them the things and the things are happening on the TV and I'm explaining them, everyone seems to have a better time. And then like I kind of I like to check in, like, hey, like if I if we're talking about them, I ask like if I wasn't there, you wouldn't have enjoyed that, huh? And they're like, no, that wouldn't have made any sense. But I actually really enjoyed the All-Star race. I know someone who had a good time watching the race because I was explaining it to them. And genuinely enjoyed it, thought nothing of it. I told them that a lot of people thought the race sucked, and they were blown away. So, this is the same question we're gonna run into until the end of time, until people shut up about the racing. Something needs to change. This needs to be fixed. There's got to be a fix. It's gonna happen for the end of time. But I don't know. It really made me think about what do we need to do to convey what we're watching? Why is it not translating? Because I think the product is totally fine in 9 times out of 10. I think there are misses. I think there are things we can do to improve short track racing. I think there are things we can do to improve the super speedway racing, even though it's okay. There's definitely always things to do to move the needle. I think short track racing is the first thing we need to tackle. But what are we not conveying over the TV broadcast, over various forms of media that are put out about the racing, that is not catching these people who are watching the race, who what are they not grabbing? Why are they not grabbing it? And how can we get them to grab on to what we call NASCAR racing?
I think a big part is people tend to one car dominating is not always necessarily a failure of the package. Sometimes a team and a driver just hit the setup, and that's what Sunday looked like. Perfect example is Truex dominating that Coke 600 in 2016. It didn't really matter what you did to the setup or to the package. They just nailed their setup that night, and nobody was going to touch them. And that's kind of what we saw. I think it's definitely important to keep the problems we've had with short tracks in the next gen in mind, but I didn't see that as this is a failure of the next gen. I just saw it as Cliff Daniels has a hell of a race car setup right now.
100% agree. And
Yeah.
And real quick, Joe, I know you're gonna have something to say about it too, but I just wanted to chime in. That was North Wilkesboro. That's how those races went. They said it during the broadcast, and if you have ever gone back and watched an old race in North Wilkesboro, it's known for long green flag runs. It's the tires fall off. It is a racetrack that, maybe Darlington isn't necessarily known for green flag runs and can be more prone to trouble, but it's a racetrack that is. It tests you. It's grueling. It tests the setup. It tests the teams and the crews and the drivers and the cars, and that's what it's known for. We were never. I mean, I wouldn't say we were never, but it was never likely that we were gonna get a white knuckle shootout, beaten, banging. That was never guaranteed, nor was it likely. You know what I mean? But people just assume, again, people just assume that, the racing from the 2000s was better, the racing from the 90s was better. People just assume that, and they think that that's law and legend and what it's meant to be, and it's just not. It's not.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding like a boomer, I think people experiencing old races purely through YouTube highlights definitely has an effect on that.
That's not even boomer. That is just unbelievably true.
It pisses me off to no end to see people nostalgia post about 2015, and I was like, dog, I was there. 2015 was abysmal. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah, it was not that fun.
2014 had its fair share of snoozers as well. I know we all like that year a lot, but let's be real. Every year's got its snoozers.
And that's okay. Too.
Yeah.
It's okay that it's got the snoozers. I think people just want every race to look like the best race of 2014 or the best race of whatever year.
Yeah.
And I know we agree. I'm not arguing. I'm just adding to your point. People think they want this thing over and over again. The more we chase that, the less we enjoy it.
I can't remember if I talked about this on the podcast or if I just said it afterwards, but it reminds me of kind of the Drive to Survive effect, where you have this drama TV show that's very well made. I like Drive to Survive, but let's be real, it makes things seem a lot more exciting than they actually are. Mm-hmm. But you have an entire group of people who've now discovered motorsports through that, who kind of, and this is not to sound gatekeepy, but kind of don't understand it. Kind of tangentially, I think I was talking about this is people who think that only the teams who get caught are the only ones that are cheating. It's no, they're all cheating.
Yeah.
Penske just hasn't got caught yet, And I think that is part of that too, where, you watch something like Drive to Survive and you're like, wow, every single race has so much action and drama and everything. And then you sit down and watch an actual race and you're like, 90% of this is kind of just dudes driving around in circles, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
With all that being said, I mean, what do you guys see the future of this facility being in regards to the Cup Series? I mean, we can talk about other series in a little bit here, but specifically the Cup Series after what we saw Sunday night, what do you guys think the future is, especially with the mixed reaction, I think is a pretty good way, because I think there's sure people that are understanding of kind of everything going into this race, but what do you guys see as the future of this track in regards to just the Cup Series?
I mean, attendance was a hit. It was a packed house. Everyone there seemed like the atmosphere looked good. It wasn't it looked like if you were there, you had a good time, despite the package, despite next gen, despite whatever issue you want to take up with the track for some reason. Everyone that went there seemed to have a good time. I think the public opinion is a tougher battle to overcome. I think a lot of people blame the car, which makes it a little easier. But I also think that's unfair. There are changes to be made, but that race was not a product of the package. It was a product of Kyle Larson was unbelievable and unbeatable. I mean, the racing throughout the field was good. The racing in the open was good. I mean, it was a fun, the racing throughout the field was fine. And it was hard to pass, but we all know that it's hard to pass, right? That's something we expect with this package in the next gen. I would like to see it come back for at least the All-Star. I think we can maybe go another year without a repave, and then like it could like reevaluate what needs to be done to repave the track in a way that preserves the racing or preserves the feel or preserves the style of racing we will see. I think there's a lot of dialogue about that, and I think something will be accomplished where like everyone's happy with the repave situation. I'd like to see it come back personally.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't really have much more to add to that. It's just cool being back in North Wilkesboro. It's one of those places that like I've grown up my whole life, and it's kind of you kind of only hear about it through like mythology almost.
Yeah.
And then just to see stock cars, like when I was talking to my dad about it, and he asked me like where the race was at this weekend, and I was like, it's All-Star race, and like he like lit up, and he was like, oh yeah, that's right, they're going back to North Wilkesboro. It's like just cool stuff like that. So
yeah. And
I'm a history
also,
buff, so.
I loved how they made it a week of events, and I think they should keep doing that if they do the All-Star race there again. They need to keep the car store. They need to keep late models running there. They need to bring more series in, bring Xfinity, bring blah, 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 whatever. Who cares? Make it a week. Make it important.
Yeah. You kind of had a Speed Week there, right? North Carolina Speed Weeks.
And I heard there were a couple shows that I listened to that said as much.
Yeah, because that was kind of one of the appeals of the old All-Star race was it was like the build up to the longest race in NASCAR's, backyard basically, and then when you move to Texas, it kind of loses all of that luster to it. So,
yeah,
I enjoyed it, even if the race itself didn't have the most action. I thought it was fine, and I'd like to see it come back again.
Points race, All-Star, just All-Star. We want a points race here.
One more All-Star.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I would rather see a points race there than the Coliseum. I'll say that.
Agreed.
I like the Coliseum a lot, but it's not. That would not be a good points race.
Fair enough. A couple other guys had some really good runs. 23-11, namely, Bubba Wallace finishes second. I'll let you guys decide what to do there. Tyler Reddick finishes third. Bubba got a lot of boos.
Good runs. They were fast.
Surprising.
Bubba's going to get boos in North Carolina or anywhere in the South.
Yeah. I was saying this to Joe earlier, but if you're going to complain about Bubba Wallace getting booed, don't pull your punches and actually call out what the reason is, okay? We all know what it is. It's complete crap. Just say it.
No, it's because he hasn't done enough to earn his spot there.
I don't understand why people dislike Bubba Wallace. Well, I do. I disagree with him, but I get it. I know what the reason is. It's complete crap. So, yeah. Anyway,
we here on the Fake Racers podcast support you if you want to boo a driver, to boo them for a completely valid reason, not because of what they look like, the color of their skin, or how they feel about their partners in life. Just wanted to get that out there.
Agree.
Also, don't be a fucking dumbass and try to hijack someone's radio.
Bring the heat. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, that was absurd.
That's
yeah,
classless garbage.
Yeah,
it was warranted, Joe, but that was intense.
Imagine if these people put that kind of energy into something that actually fucking mattered,
or something that like benefited people or was good and showed love instead of being a d-bag.
Yep.
But I digress. So 23-11, they look pretty good on short tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Something to remember. Also, Kyle Larson won the first two short track races of the year, so
crazy.
Should we be surprised? Not really. Ty Gibbs had a run-in with Michael McDowell in the Open. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that how you get payback these days?
Objectively, that was wrong and messed up. Subjectively, that rocked. It was awesome.
Yeah. I was rewatching that again, and Ty Dillon's reaction to somebody cutting down in front of him is pretty much exactly what you'd expect from when you give a 19-year-old a race car. So, somebody cut me off, so I'm going to slam into you about 8 times in one corner. So, big surprise there that happened.
Yeah, I guess if there's any place that's going to happen, I guess the Open is like the place to do it. But even then, like that's just it's just like, dang. Come on,
it's not even the most egregious thing I've ever seen, but it's just like, Ty Dillon hasn't changed. We all know him.
Ty Gibbs.
Or Ty Gibbs, I mean. God, how many times am I going to do that on this show?
You did that twice just now. I didn't call you on the first one because
Literally,
it meant.
every time we talk about Ty Gibbs, I call him Ty Dillon. But yeah, it was funny. So, whatever.
Rain tires worked in the heat
Did.
races for the All-Star.
Yeah, that was super cool.
That was cool. There was a lot of interesting stats that came out of that, like how they were extremely fast on the rain tires because they're so soft.
Yeah.
The track wasn't that damp. It goes to show how hard of a slick tire they're bringing to the racetrack.
Yeah.
If the rain tire is that much quicker, imagine how hard the slick is that they're bringing. That's insane.
Yeah.
Denny talked on Action Sentimental today. Good show. About how Goodyear is going to have an open dialogue about bringing softer tires to racetracks in the future. So.
Yeah, we talked about it. Goodyear, their worry is they don't want blowouts, and drivers complain that the Goodyear tires suck because they're failing, right?
Yeah.
They're okay with drivers complaining that the Goodyear tires suck because they don't race good. They don't care, right? They don't care about that. To that end, they're going to bring a softer tire compound to New Hampshire in July, which is the next kind of short, flat track that we go to. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, I heard this was the same tire that they brought to Phoenix this year.
Yes.
Very interesting. That race sucked too.
Well,
So
Yeah.
maybe we trash this tire and try a new one.
Yeah.
might be a good idea. Overall, too, just Fox Sports as a whole for all of Sunday really did a really good job of framing the event. They made it look like the Field of Dreams. I think was really cool.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Good camera shots, kind of setting the scene coming up and over the ridge and down into the racetrack.
Yeah, I think the pre-race stuff was presented very well. I actually had a good time watching all of it. Besides the campy ass driver intros, which you're gonna get that, but
Yeah.
And team, I like it. I just like these intros though because the teams get to go out there with their drivers and stuff. So
that's the saving grace of it for me.
yeah.
Yeah. DW was fun in the booth.
Oh my god, my inner child was healed yesterday.
DW saw what was the Mike Joy line? About DW in the helicopters.
You see in black helicopters
More than anyone else at the racetrack.
Yeah.
There was another good driver mad at his producer moment also. Did you guys see that
my
clip?
god, the Clinton Boyer one.
Where they have the onboard of Ryan Blaney and he's like, stick with me here, listen to his throttle. Like he called it out, like, don't you dare change this camera angle, and then they cut it away and you hear something hit the ground.
The second, because he was like talking about the throttle down the straightaway. The second Ryan Blaney gets to corner exit, they cut away.
Yeah.
And I like died. I was in like a fit. I was like losing my mind.
You literally hear like a pencil or something hit the desk super hard in front of him. Like, are you kidding me? Like, and the fact that Boyer called his shot too was so funny.
Boyer actually did an almost good. I thought he did a decent job, even though he was kind of talking a lot.
He got shoved aside a little bit too.
He does that.
Good, because I liked DW back in there. He was pretty good.
Yeah. DW's good in small doses. I was glad
It's
to have
like
him
he
back
was
to
better than he was before he
was
left
rested.
too.
Wasn't doing it every week.
Yeah.
That's true.
They weren't having him play a character either.
He's got like a fuel gauge that needed to recharge for like 3 years.
That is true too, Joe. He wasn't like super goofy DW. He was like Jaws GW. Like he was like proper old school, like back in the days DW. That was like he was like throwing some sarcasm. He was like a little jabby. He was a little sharp. It was kind of funny. Like he wasn't like goofy, silly, haha. He was like kind of being a butthole a little bit. I liked it.
It was cool too. I mean, they did again. This race probably could have been like a throwback race, right? I know, like it's the All-Star. They're not going to want to do that, blah, 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 but I think it would have fit a little bit better.
McDowell's car was sick,
Yeah.
the like lone throwback.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Harvick.
Oh yeah, Harvick's too. I forgot about
That was awesome. Kevin Harvick is like doing everything he can to make me not completely hate him this season. It's a struggle. Like everything, like he is trying so hard to make me not despise him, and I'm not letting up yet. But man, stop.
He wears you down.
He's not He's not likable, but he's doing likable things, and it's pissing me off.
It's like Noah Gregson over like the last year. I'm like, God damn it, stop making me like you again.
Yeah, did you see the Tim Richmond callback in the group photo? He stuck his finger out next to Harrison Burton. It's like, damn it, Noah.
God.
Asshole.
Yep.
Oh man.
That was like the 5-year struggle with me and Kyle Busch for the last few years. I'm like, God damn it, stop making me like you. I've been a dedicated hater for so many years now.
So I would do the same thing with Tony Stewart right around when, right before he retired. Because like I thought he was such an a-hole, like late 2000s, early 2010s. And then just like the more I learned about him, I was like, God, this guy's funny. Like he's funny. He is funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Overall though, All-Star Race in North Wilkesboro. Tentative thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up. I say bring it back. Give it a try. Make some changes.
Run it back.
Run it again.
Yeah.
Truck Series race was also very good. I think just more reason why we need to bring Xfinity and make this an event. Even though Kyle Larson whooped everybody's butt. Again.
It's a bit of a hot streak, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else notable about the truck race.
Bubba ran well. That tire call almost worked out. He almost got back under him too on corner exit. Almost pulled across. That would have been really cool. He would have had to use him up real bad, but
yeah,
it was cool racing.
Yeah,
and they would have had a valid reason to boo him.
Yeah, for real. It was awesome. The trucks at the end of their runs were so slow. I loved it. Oh my God, it was so cool how slow. I mean, they were bad. It was awesome. So cool. Everything about this weekend was just like, from a racer's point of view, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like people who didn't like it, they're race fans. Maybe they're not like, I wouldn't say that they're like racers per se, you know? Anyway.
Yep.
So where do we think this falls? I've got some ideas. I don't know if you guys have them. I'll let you guys go first. See if what I was thinking cooking up in my brain.
I mean, you could argue that this race happens again. It could go All-Star Weekend, or it could go Coke 600 Weekend, or maybe even in the fall Roval Weekend instead of doing the Roval.
Well, trucks don't do the Roval.
Well, instead of doing the Roval and instead of having an off weekend.
Okay, yeah.
Because they have like a million off weekends randomly scattered throughout,
playoffs.
Whatever. Yeah.
That's not too far from Charlotte. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like trucks at North Wilkesboro on Friday, and then Xfinity and Cup on the big track on Sunday or Saturday and Sunday.
Because that's near the end of the year, and I heard Dale was talking about doing North Wilkesboro stuff towards the end of the year too for the Cars Tour or something like that last week on his show.
Yeah,
it might work out. I think it's a good idea.
That was a super cool part of the weekend too that I really liked, is all the Cup guys and Junior running the Cars Tour race. That was super cool.
That's why they need to bring something there that isn't just Xfinity and whatever,
Yeah.
Like bring ARCA and Xfinity, but they need to get some late model tour, like something like that, to run on the Thursday or the Wednesday to make it fun. Get some draw, get a couple Cup drivers in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Draw,
or just bring the Cars Tour there twice. I'm sure Dale won't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think taking the trucks there in the fall is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
You can maybe even then do Xfinity where the trucks were on Saturday before the All-Star.
You
want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all going to depend on maybe not if, but when they repave the racetracks, it's going to need it. But
yeah,
I think that's kind of what we're looking at for the schedule next year when we're ironing out details. But hopefully we get the schedule sooner next year or this year.
Hope the race comes back in some capacity. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I hope Xfinity goes there too.
Yes.
Yep. Big fan.
Look at us. We're agreeing a lot today. Wow. This is great.
Yeah.
What are we going to disagree on? We got to have something.
You want to go to Indy?
Yeah, let's do it.
I have strong opinions about Alex Palou winning the pole.
Jack Harvey. I don't have anything to say about him. That's his
Yep.
name, though. That's him.
So Alex Palou wins his first Indianapolis 500 pole, first 500 pole for a Spaniard. Continues Ganassi's dominance on pole qualifying at Indy. I believe that's 3 in a row now. Dixon won the last 2. Might be even longer than that. I'm not sure. Ganassi looked quick by themselves. Last year they were quick by themselves, and they were quick at the race. How indicative do we see the Fast 12 or Fast 6 or of being kind of our contenders for a win come this Sunday?
I mean, it's pole qualifying, man. If they got pace, they're usually gonna be quick in the race, and especially a team of the caliber of Ganassi. You know, they know how to bring it for every iteration of session. I was more concerned with bump day. That was crazy, crazy bump day. Wow. If you did not watch Indy 500 qualifying and you listen to the show, even if you watched a little bit of it, even if you didn't watch a little bit of it, I mean, what are you doing? You got to do it. It was a blast. Jack Harvey, I was not expecting him. I mean, I was like sure that it was a throwaway. Like we're doing it because we have to. When he made that second run right at the end, his third lap was monster.
Oh yeah,
monster third lap. Awesome, just awesome.
Yeah. Ray Hall disaster class, by the way. All 3 cars in the bump day session.
And the one that wasn't in it crashed today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna do because Stephen Wilson's been withdrawn, so I wonder if they're gonna try to work out a deal to buy the entry to put Graham in there. I don't know.
Graham already said he's not doing that.
Oh wow. Okay.
He said that that's not right, and something. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason he's not in the race this year.
Oh, I respect that.
Yeah. I don't know if I buy it, but
yeah.
Right, like
but I do respect.
I respect saying it at least.
Yeah, it would be a bad look if like afterwards they asked that and he was like before the 24 team had asked him, he's like, yeah, we're gonna try to buy their spot out, and it's like we don't even know if it's for sale. So
I would assume the 24 is they're gonna find someone.
Yeah.
To put in the car. Stephen Wilson not gonna be racing this weekend. We're beating around that bush.
Get well soon, by the way. So.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? I thought I had something to say about Ganassi. I am extremely excited that Takuma Sato is driving a Ganassi car. So, and the fact that Sato's like, he's 46 and he's still just ripping at Indy every year. Love it. It's so awesome.
Davey, was there any sadness knowing that was Jimmy's car? Any sadness isn't the right word, but
nope, didn't care. Jimmy's not in the race, so
awesome.
He was pretty fast at Indy last year too. So.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
had a bad race, but he was fast as hell.
Yeah.
In qualifying, so
yeah. I don't know. I gotta ask the question.
Now he's driving these slow ass things.
No kidding. They suck. He's back in the race this weekend, though.
God, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Justin Marks, if you're out there, can we get Sato in the Project 91 car, please? I would love that. Or like Kamui Kobayashi, like one of those two.
Put Taku in the Dagger race. Joey Logano gonna have some competition.
Oh my god. I just want a Japanese driver back in NASCAR. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
Is it Ogata that like caught on fire on Friday in the G2?
Oh, I forgot about that.
He was engulfed. That was.
His interview was so sad.
Yeah.
He was very disappointed.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Anyways, we're all excited for the 500 this weekend, right? Like, great spectacle in racing.
Oh yeah.
Next year, we're gonna try to do a JTN live from Indianapolis the week of the 500.
That'd be pretty sick.
And by JTN Live, I mean we'll have like a house and there'll be like 4 of us there. But
Yeah.
JTN Live.
Yeah.
From the Indy 500 week. Anyways,
Hell yeah.
I just announced it, and the enthusiasm in this room is crazy. Because they're more like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, well, I mean, this is something we talked. I didn't realize we were gonna have a big announcement. I don't see it on the show sheet, Joe. So
Yeah.
It was more so something that came up, in my brain.
yeah. So this weekend I'm not gonna be available because I'm getting a Ruka now. Woo! Yeah. Dab on them.
How wide open is this 500, or is it contained? You think it's contained with 6 guys?
Hang on.
Is it Ganassi versus everyone? Ganassi and Arrow versus everyone else? Is it?
I don't know enough about the pace to really make an informed decision, but I'll just say something really, really campy and really lame that is still correct. It's Indy.
Fair enough.
The track will pick its winner Sunday morning, and we will just have to see
rigged?
how we get to it.
It's scripted.
According to the track, yes. According to the pavement.
Okay.
The
So not like
bricks.
Roger Penske.
Roger Penske, no. The physical track as it lays
the bricks.
Yeah.
will pick its winner, and we will just have to see how we get to this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Modifications are being made to the next gen. Safety stuff kind of like slipped under the radar this week.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And some gusset plates the teams are going to install. Leave removing a V brace from the front clip.
Gusset.
That's your other news segment that we usually like to do here before we preview this next
Gusset.
weekend.
Woo! Greatest big
weekend racing.
Monaco's this weekend too, right?
Yeah, we are not picking that because it'll either
Max Verstappen.
or the Ferraris if they don't crash
or
in
Leclerc,
qualifying.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen or Leclerc. or Leclerc for pole and Verstappen for the race win. All right.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
All
We're
right.
done.
Truck picks. Truck search Charlotte.
Are they?
Yeah, believe it or not.
All right, let's go to J Ski.
I'm taking Zane Smith. I don't.
You're a lame.
Yep.
Boo!
Entry list page. There we go. The entry list is not up. All right.
Yeah, it is.
It's not working for me.
What the flip?
Complete entry list.
Oh, I need to
page.
get the truck's entry list, huh? Me.
There it is. Okay. I'm gonna go with. He was really, really, really fast at Texas, so I'm gonna say Nick Sanchez.
Good
Damn.
pick. Good pick. Is Parker
Who's
not
in the
this
truck
race?
race? Hold on. I don't think so.
No, the 75's not running.
Shout out to my main man. We'll go Ryan Vargas. He's back in
There
the
we
truck
go.
this week.
Oh, nice.
Which one?
30.
Yeah, the 30 truck.
All right. Xfinity Series. Who you got, Davey?
It's tough. I don't want to go Parker just because of bad luck. Go Kyle Busch.
Oh, he is running this. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take Josh Berry.
I'll take Justin Allgaier then.
Nice. Oh, is the Spire car finally showing up?
They showed up at Darlington.
Oh, did they? I
Yeah.
thought they withdrew.
They got a top 10 finish at Darlington. They withdrew from
Oh.
Dover
That's what it was.
because of
Okay,
the
yeah.
storm, so they knew they weren't gonna be
Yeah.
able to qualify.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. It's the Indianapolis 500. It's the biggest race of the year, most prestigious race of the year. Everyone wants to win it. Only one driver can. Who's the track picking, Matt?
Takuma Sato.
Wow.
That's my guy.
Davey.
Scott Dixon's finally going to get him another one.
I don't know. I just feel like this guy's got a lot of momentum for some reason. He's finally kind of happy, even though he's always angry and upset and sad. You know him, you love him.
Wow.
He's going for his second Indianapolis 500. I was there for the first. I really want to be there for the second. Alexander Rossi.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love if he
that's
got
my local
if he got
guy.
a second one. I always hear how like he's talked before how he feels like he wasn't in the IndyCar scene enough to really celebrate the first one the way he wants to, so he wants to win a second one to write that, and I love that. I think that's really cool, especially for someone like him to admit that. Really want that to happen. That'd be awesome.
Be pretty sweet.
We go from the biggest race of the year to the longest race of the year. Coca-Cola 600.
Longer than the 24 hours at Daytona?
All right, be quiet, Davey. Longest oval track race of the year.
When you think about it, Le Mans almost an oval. It's kind of oval shaped.
Technically, every track's an oval if you squint hard enough.
Yeah. Who's to say?
Who you guys got in the Coke 600?
I'm not making this pick to win. I'm making this pick to have a sneaky good run, getting back to the form from earlier in the season. Corey LaJoy.
Woo.
Nutrition pick.
A little bit of a nutrition pick.
Yep. I'm gonna take Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
Dang. Heavy hitters. Toyotas are quick a mile and a half. One Toyota driver has more momentum than any other.
Oh, God.
Give me. Not the lawn chair, folks, but one of his drivers.
Not the lawn chair.
Give me Bubba Wallace.
Oh, that was
Yeah!
I'm gonna go to Coca-Cola 600 Victory Lane and take a Dr. Pepper with him.
That would rock.
I don't know. I just feel like this is like we're building to a moment, and this would be a big moment.
I can see it.
Momentum.
It's in the stars.
Momentum. I don't know if it's in the stars. That's a little too hokey for me.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is a fake racist I'm just kidding. You know me. I'm a big jokester.
Anyways, this has been the Fake Racers Podcast. Folks, as always, we can't thank you enough for watching, listening, doing what you do to help support us here. It is much appreciated, whether you listen for 2 minutes or you listen for all this week. It looks like 45-ish. We can't thank you enough. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe, follow us, comment. Who do you have winning this weekend? We'd love to hear your picks out there in listener land. Remember, you can also follow us at Johto Network, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And if you want your Fake Racers feed specific, at Fake Racers, Davey's going to do his best to do some live tweet-alongs this weekend for the races. He doesn't know that he's going to do that, but...
I won't really be able to because I will be, once again, showing people the Coca-Cola 600. I will be... being a little NASCAR goblin, getting other people into the sport and presenting the race that the way it apparently should be presented in, because apparently if some people just watch the broadcast, they get bored. But if
maybe I'll do that because I don't have friends.
There you go.
So go follow at Fake Racers. Davey, where can I follow you?
Davey has her Twitter, D785 Instagram, Twitch, D785 or ER at the end. I am slowly streaming more iRacing, so it's happening.
That'll pick up too once USRL makes their transition.
You're right. Until JTN starts broadcasting them.
Matthew.
Twitter at msteelman51. That's about it.
And he's got some stuff in the pipeline, it sounds like. So be on the lookout.
Brainulating some ideas.
A new Matthew Steelman joint up on his house. Here on JTN.
A joint? First we're drinking alcohol, now we're smoking?
Dude, okay, this reminds me. So I was thinking about buying the Kyle Kush shirt the other day. And I was like,
shirt rocks, by the way.
3Chi makes an official Kyle Busch branded vape.
Yeah.
I don't vape, but I might buy the Kyle Busch vape. So
I didn't know that.
Buy the t-shirt, please.
The NASCAR 3Chi branding has been freaking awesome.
Dude, I'm gacked on the Kyle Busch Eddies right now, man.
The fact that there is a Kyle Busch shirt that is the Kyle Kush, that is amazing. In fact, I just got a great gift idea for someone that I know. I'll tell you guys after the show because they might listen to this
Oh yeah.
potentially. But oh my god, I forgot about that shirt. I wanted to buy one. Oh, that's awesome.
Again, folks, we can't thank you enough for watching, listening, doing what you do to help support us here on JTN. With all that being said, thank you for listening, for watching. We'll see you guys next week on the Fake Racers Podcast.
Goodbye.